Can you wonder what if you put an ultra-thin, transparent solar sheet on your window to produce energy, not just from sunlight but also artificial lights from inside your room? Labeled as the most promising next-generation solar cell, this technology is just what Japanese startup Encode Technology is aiming to develop. When it will be prepared, the Kyoto-based firm thinks that its product will generate as much power as a regular solar panel of the same size. According to the co-founder and chief executive of the company, Naoya Kato, they are hoping to market the product in 3 to 4 years. But to use them outdoors, they have to make them durable for any type of weather conditions, which will take longer time. Startups like this are called deep tech. They are small corporations who are uniting high-tech engineering creations with scientific discovery. The desire is that it will lead to the development of transformational products, but a success product launch in this sector takes time. As a result, private venture capital funds that lend money to entrepreneurs may be more careful to invest in them. This is where Kyoto University plays a main role. It may be best remembered for producing more Nobel Prize winners than any other university in Asia, but it also finances new startups by students and researchers through its 2 venture capital funds. Encode Technology is one of those successors and has received a total of $3.6 million. The money came from a $300 million fund that the university obtained from the Japanese government back in 2015 to promote entrepreneurship. The head of the university's Office of Society Academia Collaborations for Innovations says that Kyoto University is powerful in very hard science fields like regenerative medicine, stem cell science, and clean tech energy. But in order to commercialize these deep tech companies, it needs a long time and a huge amount of money. Well, while a typical venture capital fund's investment period may be 8 to 10 years, this is not long enough for deep tech. So the university's policy offers up to 20 years of support. Since Kyoto University began its innovation department and investment fund 7 years ago, the number of startups built by its students have more than doubled to 242. This is the second number after Tokyo University, which also obtained similar funding from the government, but Kyoto University's growth rate is much higher. But even before the university began giving support to entrepreneurs, the city of Kyoto was remembered for producing startups. These contain Nintendo, which may be a computer game giant today, but when it was launched in 1889, it just made playing cards. Another successful business setup in Kyoto is tech giant Kyocera, which was founded in 1959 by the late Kazuo Inamori, who is one of Japan's famous business leaders. A more recent business success story in the city is microchip manufacturer and fellow deep tech startup Philosophia. It makes semiconductors that specialize in using energy more efficiently, thereby expanding the lifespan of the product, such as electric cars. Kyoto's uniqueness of being small and yet diverse. The university is at the heart of it, and with so many researchers in small community, anyone can access the information you require to start a business. But all the Kyoto-based companies' founders also say that unlike firms in Tokyo, they don't have sufficient customers here in Kyoto, so they had to think globally from the start. Well, 30 years ago, Japan was a pioneer in the semiconductor industry, but today it has less than 10% market share. For Philosophia to solidify a crucial presence in the highly competitive global semiconductor industry, one dominated by companies such as South Korea's Samsung and Taiwan's TSMC, will be a challenge, especially as China and the US are also aiming to put their stamp on the market. In the US, this move is being led by the White House, with the House of Representatives passing a government act in July that imposes a $280 billion support package for domestic chip productions and research. The US also wants to reduce its dependence on other nations for supplies. But Japanese producers have their own strengths. Japan is good at doing basic research and working with new materials, so it feels like they have a big potential. Semiconductors are required globally, so some governments may try to interfere to ensure the supply of their home markets. But it takes a long time to produce semiconductors. To mass produce them, they require a lot of stakeholders and a lot of business in many nations. That is why it is believed that their alliances with other corporations are also very important. As Japan plays catch-up in the semiconductor sector, Kyoto University's ability to play the long game with businesses such as Philosophia increases the hope that the country will become more successful. What's your take on this topic? Tell us in the comment section. With that being said, it's time to end our video. See you soon. Peace out.